Hello, you're watching the English News Bulletin on Qpvn channel. I'm Cho Nguyen, and now let me keep you up to date with the headlines. Celebrating the 80th founding anniversary of the Vietnam's diplomatic sector. Ministry of National Defense hosts reception marking the 80th National Day. The 19th AIPA ROADSHOW goes to Vietnam. On the afternoon of August the 25th in Hanoi, under the chair of Party General Secretary Tô Lâm, the Politburo had a working session with the Standing Board of the Central Military Commission on the preparation for the 12th Military Party Congress for the 2025-2030 term. The Politburo acknowledged and highly appreciated the activeness and proactiveness of the Central Military Commission, functional agencies, party committees, and organizations at all levels in proactively preparing in all aspects, especially documents and personnel, for the 12th Military Party Congress in accordance with Directive No. 45 of the Politburo and guiding documents of the Party Central Committee. The Politburo approved the organizational plan of the 12th Military Party Congress by the Central Military Commission. Following the minute of the conference, the Central Military Commission Standing Board is requested to collect the opinions at the working sessions, as well as from units and agencies, to continue perfecting the documents and personnel work for the Congress, direct the completion of all preparatory work, organize the 12th Military Party Congress with great success and exemplariness for the entire party and home military. The same day, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs held a ceremony to mark the 80th founding anniversary of the Vietnam's diplomatic sector, August the 28th, and to receive the first-class labor order. Party General Secretary Tô Lâm attended and delivered a speech at the event. The ceremony also saw the presence of former leaders of the party and state, representatives of central agencies and ministries, international organizations, and diplomatic missions in Vietnam. 80 years ago, in the spirit of the August Revolution 1945, Vietnam's Ministry of Foreign Affairs was established by the party and under the direct leadership of President Ho Chi Minh, the nation's first foreign minister. Since then, generations of diplomats have overcome countless challenges, making vital contribution to national liberation, reunification, and the safeguarding of the socialist homeland. Diplomacy carries the pioneering mission of preserving peace, mobilizing resources for development, and elevating Vietnam's international standing through the comprehensive implementation of party diplomacy, state diplomacy, and people-to-people diplomacy. 80 years are not just numbers, but the devotion and sacrifices of generations of diplomats, many of whom quietly set aside personal happiness, spending years away from their homeland and families to safeguard national interest and protect Vietnam's image and reputation. In the context of complex regional and global developments, new challenges are being posed to Vietnam's national construction and defense. Addressing the ceremony, Party General Secretary Tô Lâm underlined the fundamental principle of diplomacy. All foreign policy thinking and strategies must serve the highest goal of safeguarding independence and sovereignty, unity and territorial integrity, protecting the party, the fatherland, the people, and the socialist political system, and constantly improving the people's living standards. At the ceremony, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs was honored to receive the first-class labor order, a recognition by the party, state, and people of its remarkable contribution over the past 80 years. On behalf of the party and state leadership, General Secretary Tô Lâm also conferred the title of Hero of Labor, Madame Nguyễn Thị Bình, former member of the Central Committee of the Communist Party of Vietnam, former Vice President, and former Vice President of the Provisional Revolutionary Government of the Republic of South Vietnam, in honor of her outstanding service in foreign affairs and her great contribution to the revolutionary cause of the party and the nation. On the morning of August the 25th in Hanoi, President Lương Cường presided over a working session of the Politburo with the party committees of Điện Biên and Gia Lai provinces on the preparation for the party congresses of the two provinces for the 2025-2030 term. President Lương Cường acknowledged and highly appreciated the important results achieved by the two provinces and basically agreed with the draft documents. He suggested the localities continue to collect the opinions of ministries, agencies, and Politburo members, especially the direction of General Secretary Tolam for the two localities in recent working sessions, to perfect documents and prepare personnel for the congresses. The state president also urged the two provinces to develop action programs on realizing the resolutions to submit to the Congress with clear objectives, missions, resources, personnel, progress, and responsibilities, making it feasible for immediate implementation after the Congress. It is also necessary to augment the dissemination work before, during, and after the Congresses. On the occasion of the 80th anniversary of the August Revolution and the National Day of Vietnam, Sing Lieutenant General Hoàng Xuân Chiến, Deputy Defense Minister, on August the 25th hosted a reception for defense, military, and service attachés of foreign countries in Vietnam, together with representatives of international organizations. In his remarks, Senior Lieutenant General Hoàng Xuân Chiến stressed that on September 2, 1945, President Ho Chi Minh, the great leader of the Vietnamese people, solemnly declared the independence of the nation, founding the Democratic Republic of Vietnam, now the Socialist Republic of Vietnam. The year 2025 marks 80 years of Vietnam's glorious revolutionary path. Vietnam is confidently stepping into a new era, carrying with it the achievements of great significance over the years, improved people's lives, sustained political and social stability, strengthened defense and security, a more complete legal system, wider external relations, proactive international integration, and responsible contribution to regional and global peace. Throughout this process, Vietnam has received valuable support and practical cooperation from international friends and partners. Extending his warm congratulations to the government, armed forces, and people of Vietnam, Colonel Mick Jansen, Defense Attaché of Australia and head of the Military Attaché Corps in Vietnam, underlined that Vietnam plays an important role in regional and global security. He affirmed that the Vietnamese armed forces embody professionalism and dedication, not only in their mission to safeguard the homeland, but also in supporting disaster relief at home and abroad, joining the UN peacekeeping missions, and representing Vietnam in regional and international military exercises. On the afternoon of August the 25th, Sing Lieutenant General Phùng Sĩ Tấn, Deputy Chief of the General Staff of the Vietnam People's Army, head of the Ministry of National Defense Steering Committee on Exhibition Display, inspected the preparation work of relevant agencies at units for the upcoming National Achievement Exhibition at the National Exposition Center in Hanoi, in celebration of the 80th anniversary of the National Day, September the 2nd. The exhibition with the theme 80 Years of Independence, Freedom, Happiness will take place from August the 20th to September the 5th. The exhibition space of the military is divided into 5 separate areas. The first 4 areas recreate the historical journey of the establishment and development of the Vietnam People's Army associated with the country's important milestones. The 5th area is a unique experience space of such modern technologies as the 3D mapping and holograms, promising to bring interactive experiences to visitors. Senior Lieutenant General Phùng Sĩ Tấn requested agencies and units to thoroughly check and review all aspects, urgently complete remaining work, ensuring the highest quality for the exhibition. The exhibition will be an opportunity for the masses and international friends to look back on the glorious 80-year journey of Vietnam while affirming the strong aspiration for national growth in the new era. Also on the morning of August the 25th, Vietnam's Coast Guard's vessel 8001 docked in Jakarta, marking the start of an official visit and exchange with the Indonesian Coast Guard. The visit is significant as it coincides with the 70th anniversary of diplomatic ties between Vietnam and Indonesia. It further deepens the outcomes of recent bilateral talks between the two Coast Guard forces, while reinforcing traditional friendship, comprehensive cooperation, and the shared commitment to peace, stability, sustainable development, and prosperity in the region. Following the welcoming ceremony, Indonesian officers and sailors toured the Vietnamese vessel and took part in friendly exchanges with their counterparts. During the visit, the Vietnamese delegation will pay courtesy calls on the Indonesian leaders, join sports and cultural exchanges, and conduct joint training exercises at sea. Coming up next, the 19th AIPA ROADSHOW goes to Vietnam. Spirit of patriotism across generations. On August 25th in Hanoi, the Committee on National Defense, Security and External Relations of the National Assembly, together with the Standing Board of the Vietnam Young Parliamentarians Group and the AIPA Secretariat, co-organized the AIPA Roadshow in Vietnam. Attending the event were Deputy Head of the Party's Central Committee's Policy and Strategy Commission and Chairman of the Vietnam Young Parliamentarians Group Nguyễn Anh Tuấn, Secretary General of AIPA Siti Rodzamirianti Dato Haji Abdurrahman, leaders of the Ho Chi Minh Communist Youth Union, and outstanding young delegates. In his speech, Mr. Nguyễn Anh Tuấn stressed that the AIPA Roadshow in Hanoi is especially meaningful as it helps spread the message from Party General Secretary To Lâm to the 45th AIPA General Assembly. He expresses hope that young parliamentarians in the region will continue to study, practice, and improve their capacity to build modern legal systems connected with national realities and aligned with international standards. The AIPA Secretary General noted that this is the first time the roadshow has been held in Vietnam. The program aims to raise youth awareness of ASEAN and AIPA, engaging students, young people, and other outstanding representatives. Through dialogue and exchange, the AIPA Roadshow highlights AIPA's role in promoting regional cooperation through parliamentary diplomacy, while fostering stronger links and networks among young parliamentarians and young ASEAN youth towards a dynamic and sustainable community. These days, the streets and corners everywhere are filled with flags, flowers, and the cheerful laughter of people sharing the joy of the nation. To truly feel the festive atmosphere of the 80th anniversary of the August Revolution and National Day, September the 2nd, many people of all ages from across the country have gathered at the historic Ba Đình Square. Here we heard heartfelt stories of patriotism passed down from one generation to another. Having lived through the war years, Ngô Thị Bình deeply understands the value of independence, freedom, and peace. Despite her age, she traveled a long way today to return to the historic square. Walking alongside her son during this Independence Day celebration, she relives memories of the fire and still years, filled with pride in today's Vietnam. I feel so delighted seeing our nation strong and beautiful. I'm proud that friends around the world know how Vietnam fought and won. I'm grateful to the party, the government, the people, and above all, the fallen heroes. If earlier generations of mothers quietly saw their husband off the battlefield, today, in the heart of Hanoi, mothers pass on their love for the country to their children in their own way. Đoàn Thị Ngọc Thương brought her two sons to the Ba Đình Square so they could understand more about history and the sacrifices of their forefathers. These days, how does Hanoi feel to you? It feels very special, as if preparing for a huge national event. That's right, because our country is celebrating 80 years of National Day, marking independence for the entire nation. You've learned this in history, haven't you? How do you feel? I feel proud and happy to live in Vietnam in this time of peace, freedom, and independence. Yes, you should be proud because we live in a free and independent country with a proud history and our ancestors left behind. We must cherish this life, be grateful to those who sacrificed, and carry forward the spirit of patriotism to build our homeland. I think this is not only a great festival of our country, but also a day for the young generation to honor the sacrifices of our forefathers. I feel proud to hear you think that way. From the profound memories of the older generation to the innocent thoughts of today's youth, the spirit of patriotism and national pride continues to be nurtured and spread, quietly but enduringly. And that's all for now. Remember, you can always watch the news again at qpvn.vn. Thank you for watching and hope to see you next time.